Brian Urlacher, the Hall of Famer, sitting with us. Did you know, by the way, when you were coming in, like, I'm ready to roll, NFL rookie, Urlacher, I'm going to dominate?
No, I was very skeptical. I mean, I just didn't know what to expect. And I come from Mexico. We are a powerhouse, but, I just wasn't sure how I'd fit in. And the hardest thing, man, was that your teammates, like, you're a rookie, they don't really they don't respect you. You haven't done anything, especially a first-round pick. Because all your expectations, and the guy's like, why is he a first-round pick? You haven't improved yourself, so you get all that crap. But once you get through training camp and get going, they quit thinking that for a little bit.
Now people forget he didn't start right away.
I did, but then I got benched right away too.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So I started Sam, and then Rosie.
That's what it was. You started Sam, and then
Sam's a terrible linebacker spot. I'm an athlete. I got to be playing where I got space, and they put me in a little box on the tight end where I couldn't do anything. So I got beat out by Rosie, and I should have never taken a spot in the first place because he was 50 times better than me. And then when Barry Minner got hurt, second game of the year, then they put me at Mike.
So a lot of people, when we talk about this Bears version of, traded Roquan, okay, fine, they made that decision. Right, okay, you disagree, I disagree too. Let's have that conversation in a second. Mm-hmm. But people are like, well, they have Sanborn, who had a great year, but what, those two couldn't have played together?
I don't know, man. Why you trade the guy? I mean, name some first-round draft picks in the last 15 years that have been good for the Bears.
Oh, that's a tough one
Kyle
to do, Brian.
Yep. Kyle Fuller.
What happened to Kyle? They got rid of him. Made the Pro Bowl and they got rid of him. Name some more. There's so many of them. Come on, keep naming them.
It is amazing how it's so stumpable. Well,
it's an easy one. No, it's an easy one.
Yeah, right. Well, it didn't work out.
You could say Khalil Mack because they traded 2 picks for him, and then they got a second rounder for him when they traded him back. A good swap there.
Good swap there.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for your first-round picks.
Well, no.
You want Justin Fields?
Justin Fields it could be. The ceiling for him is way up there. But you got one, Roquan Smith, who hit number 8 pick in the draft, and he's balled out, great. And you trade him for a second-round pick.
Well, and what do you make of this? I think it bothers us in Chicago more because we saw what you were able to do there and playing with Briggs. But, like, this idea that position is not as valuable anymore, it's weird to me.
It's as valuable as you make it, or as valuable as a player makes it, right? I know they moved Roquan to the will because it's great for him in that defense. It was great for him in that defense. I mean, it was perfect for him. Once you get some D linemen that can rush the passer, or a 3 technique, you get Tommy Harris or someone in that category that can rush the passer like we had. That dude was perfect for that position. 6'1", 220, 4 whatever he needed to run. And then I just don't understand it. It drives me crazy. I know he wanted a lot of money. I know that Baltimore ended up giving it to him, but to trade him for what they gave up for him, I don't like it.
Since when did the Ravens become this horrible organization that doesn't know how to identify great defensive players who they should pay? I don't get it.
There you go. Yeah, they've done a decent job over the years, haven't they?
Right. So, but not good enough for the Bear. I didn't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. And everyone's, but we got picks. We got so many picks now. Give me players. These picks don't mean they're going to have good players.
Well, they traded one of the picks for Chase Claypool, who at best has not worked out. At worst is a disaster.
And that's the thing. With Roquan, it was just money. Now you created another hole that you have to fill. Yeah,
you have money. And now you have a hole in the middle of your defense where you had I'm not going to say he's top 3 or 4 guys in the NFL. I agree with me, but I think he's at his position. Well, if you're going to put it at Will or Mike. If he's a Mike, he's top 4. He's a Will, he's number 1.
Wow.
Right?
So, that's why they I
don't think there's a better Will in the NFL.
What did you think about Jack Sanborn playing your spot?
So I didn't see the Bears play a lot this year.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't see them play a lot. We don't get their games out here. But I read good things about him. I know he flies around. I watched him at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He was good at Wisconsin. And I know early in the season he made some plays on special teams for the Bears, correct?
Yeah. Right? Well, he has that he might not – he's clearly not as big or as fast as you were playing the position, but he does seem to have the instincts, to know where to be.
So that's what Briggs had. Briggs had the instinct. Briggs wasn't as fast 40-wise. But say he ran a 4.7 40, he played at 4.5. So you give me a guy that plays. Don't give me a guy that runs a 4.3 but plays at 4.5 because those guys they can't process information. You need guys that can fly around and make quick decisions.
See, we just had Doug Plank on. You were off that day, and
nice.
he just talked about how listen, I was about running as fast as I possibly could, which wasn't the fastest, but as fast as he possibly could, and hitting as
anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he survived.
There's something to be said about guys who play the game the way I think it should be played. And like I said, you give me a guy that's smart and knows where to fit and knows what he's doing every single play over a 4.4, 5.5 guy who doesn't quite sure know what he's doing every play.
And Brian, Matt Eberflus is big on that, having that.
I like him. I like Eberflus, by the way. I like him.
So people that may be discouraged what the Bears defense did, they didn't have a lot of guys out there. What's kind of like the message to Bears fans that maybe
just look at the way they play. Don't look at the numbers. Watch them play. I'll say that. Watch when the ball's tackled, how many guys are on the football. Watch the takeaways. Watch the pressure. I mean, because the guys they had played hard. I mean, I think they bought into what he was trying to make them buy into. They're around the football. There was fumbles, they got them. When they got a few picks, their secondary is pretty good. But when he gets the guys he needs on defense, that defense is going to roll.
Would you pick the 3-tech, or would you take the guy who can edge rush or get to QB?
In that defense?
Yep.
Do 3 technique.
Yeah, I think so too.
No doubt. And pressure up the middle is hard for a quarterback. You see, they're all expecting the guy off the edge, and all they got to do is step up. But if you get the guy in the middle, and then you step in right, you step in the D, and it's a little bit different when you have the guy. I'll use Aaron Donald because he's probably the best of all time to ever do it. There's not any like him, but that up the middle pressure is tough.
It's really unfortunate what happened to Lovie Smith in Houston, but I mean, he did get the Bears the #1 pick there at the end.
Hey, Lovie's playing to win.
Yeah,
we
loved it.
All the NFL scripted. All the shut up, man. I saw someone had their interview and they're like, "Oh, the NFL scripted." I guess I missed my script in my locker every preseason. But Lovie did the Bears a solid right there, didn't he?
That was
well, maybe he knows it's because they haven't been the same since he left, so that's why he wanted to do
Okay,
that.
so speaking of that, we just had Bruce Arians sitting right here.
I like BA.
Yeah, and
that would have been different.
Look, we've talked about this before. The reality is that was a tough job for anybody to come into, to command the locker room.
Houston?
No, I'm talking about with the Bears.
Oh,
so this is 2012 when Lovie gets fired.
Okay. Yeah.
And my guess is if Bruce. I'll let you answer the question. Bruce Arians, the head coach. Are you still playing for the Bears?
Oh. I think it would have been handled differently if Bruce had taken that job.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it wasn't so much the coach for me; it was the GM that they hired.
Yeah, I know.
It had nothing to do with the coach. Trestman called me. Mel Tucker called me. I didn't know right away what kind of guy Trestman was. I found out later on. But Mel Tucker, I liked. I actually liked talking to him, and he was going to run our defense, Lovie's defense. He was going to try and keep that implemented to make it simple transition, and we were pretty good at it. Defense wasn't our issue, but it had nothing to do with the coaching. It was the way it was handled by the organization and the GM at the time. By the way, when they fired Jerry Angelo, that was another. Are we on main? What kind of?
We are good.
Can I say dipshit?
Yeah,
yes.
You can say whatever you want on this show.
That was a dipshit move right there, firing Jerry Angelo, and then you've gone through 4 coaches in 11 years. So, yeah.
It's a Hall of Fame find out day today. We're hearing rumors that Devin is not going to get in.
Really?
So, that's
just
a rumor. We don't know. Yeah. Oh, you did hear that too. Okay.
I was acting surprised though.
Oh, okay. Well, here I made the argument, at least in his first battle, like a guy 54 more valuable than Devin in my mind. QB more valuable. Yeah. So second year good, but now it seems like it's getting kicked down the road.
He's going to get in. Devin's a Hall of Famer. He'll get in. And so here's the hard thing it's easy for me to say because I got on the first try. It's once you get in, it doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. It's easy to say that because I got on the first try, but it really is true. Like once you get in, I just talked to a guy who may or may not have gotten in this year, and it doesn't matter when you get. He was so happy. I'm in. It doesn't matter. We're on the same team. Doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter. It don't say first ballot Hall of Famer or 8th ballot. You're in the Hall of Fame. It says Hall of Famer, whatever your name is. So it doesn't matter when you get in. I know guys may have some pride, I should have been a first ballot. DeMarcus Ware should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know when he got in or if he's getting in or not. That dude should be in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. How do you not leave him in? A couple other guys too. I'm not going to mention, but but once you get in, you're in, man. It doesn't matter. I know Dion thinks differently.
Oh yeah,
I love Prime. There's different levels of Hall of Fameness.
Yeah,
according to Prime, but they're
I'm just because Dion has the special teams part into him too. But he was such an unbelievable cornerback.
People don't even think about special teams. Think about Dion. They think about him returning the pick sixes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that when they voted for him to get in the Hall of Fame, they were like, oh, he was a good returner too, man. He returned a lot of punts for touchdowns. I don't think that factored in.
I respect that Dion has levels of Hall of Famer because he was
I disagree with him.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I see what he's saying because it just once you're in, man. It doesn't matter.
Really quickly, Brian. Back in 7th grade, you held a football camp at Lake Forest High School, I believe.
Yeah, it was 2008 or 9.
It was a while back.
Yeah, a
but
couple years.
I caught a touchdown from you, and you told me I always wanted to play quarterback. When did that kind of change for you? And would you still have the career that you did when
Bro,
playing?
probably a perfect pass, right? I'm assuming.
It was perfect pass. We won the game, too.
Oh, dude, I got such a good arm. I just get screwed at every level. So, 8th grade, receiver, DB. 9th grade, you're going to be receiver. You're third-string quarterback. Guys never got hurt, so I didn't get to play. High school, definitely should have been quarterback in high school. I was the best safety on the team. Should be playing quarterback, right? Go play receiver and DB. NFL, should have been quarterback. Even though I didn't play in high school or college, I still should have been quarterback.
So that's the Bears quarterback problem.
There
right
it
there
is,
is the wrong
Can
guy.
you imagine if they would have
Playing
moved me to the right position, not middle linebacker?
How's this? And I know he's your guy, but I would have rather had your leadership at quarterback than when we had at 6. I know that's your guy, but give me 54 back there in that huddle.
That's a terrible number to play quarterback, but man, I really y'all haven't seen me throw. He's seen me throw.
Oh, yeah,
I had a gun. We used to play games in
yep.
between, like when the offense was doing their stuff and we weren't doing anything. We played this game like 2-1.
Imagine.
1-2. Yeah, 2-1. I was good. I beat Cordell one time.
How about you out of the pocket coming out of there running?
Oh, bro, we run option. We'd be doing like all kinds of plays.
Just running guys.
Yeah,
trucking
I'm
people.
trying to compare
Brian.
myself to a quarterback right now, but there's really no one to compare me to.
Right.
I
I love it.
Well, yeah, there really isn't anybody.
Because you've never seen me play quarterback, so you can't compare me to
That's a
anyone.
good
So
point.
you don't know.
That's what the Bears missed out on all those years.
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure.
Screw it. I still be playing too.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially now because they don't get hit.
Right? You,
Me and
yeah.
TB12 could have retired the same year, 23 years in each of
You
us.
think that safety
Right.
wants to come up and tackle him?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No chance.
No chance.
I probably would have been a little bit lighter, though, if I was playing quarterback than 250. But you never know.
I mean, you would have done what would have worked, which who
We
knows
might have
what.
won a Super Bowl, too.
Oh.
But who's going to
there-
play defense, though? I could have went both ways.
Two-way player. Brian Urlacher.
Imagine what my salary would have been.
Let's go back to the
And
40s.
there you go. See, again, you're playing the wrong position.
Dang it, screwed
You
again.
did all right.
I'm not mad. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it worked out.
You here with anybody you want to give love to?
My wife's here. My daughter. Oh, check this out. So my daughter is right here at this galvanized booth right here for Laura Oakland.
Oh,
She's
awesome.
working
Yeah.
here all week. She's 22. She's graduating KU in May, and she's going to law school in the fall. She's smart, just like me.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so that's her right there. She's talking to my agent Billy Johnson right now. Yeah. So and then it's my wife too. But yeah, I'm just hanging out with them.
That's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah,
How'd the
they're
high
gonna
school
be-
football season go this year, too?
Oh, they lost in the state semis, man.
Oh,
Yeah, not good. He's only a junior. He got one more year to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens next year.
special
They
player.
didn't play good enough. Should have played
Yeah.
better.
That's
Right?
Goes.
Thank you.
Thanks so much,
I like
Brian.
talking to y'all.
Yeah, you're
It's
awesome.
good seeing you again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Brian
Good talk.
Urlacher, the Hall of Famer.